Hey, how's it going, guys? So in OB68 we also had a map refresh for a few of the current maps just in time for season 2, so let's check those out. Starting with ice mines. So first up we've got a quick ramp right in spawn right to enable you to get to both sides of your spawn quite easily. So we've got these new ice blocks which have appeared around the map. So these are throughout the payload route, both on the bottom and also at the very top on the second floor on the right hand side. They've also made changes to improve the lighting and the overall look and feel of the level. So you can see up the top here there's some new ice blocks that you can use as cover, and there's a new ice block over here in a minecart which you can use as small cover. So right in front of me here is a gate that actually opens up. So you can see that the gate just opened up once the payload has been won. So we also have more ice blocks over here. And this area in general has been brightened up just to make it a bit easier for the different indoor areas to be more visible. So this tunnel allows you to get from one side to the other a lot faster rather than having to go through the path of the payload control zone. And there's also been a ramp added on the payload route. Next up we have the frozen guard level. So similar to ice mines, this has also had an update in lighting. For some reason they've changed the spawn area to be a little bit darker in the back, and you can see that the lighting in general has changed. So they've also updated the time of day, so they've adjusted it to the mid-morning now to improve the lighting, to improve environment readability as well. Players should also be able to assess different options and dangers more easily apparently. So once I spawn, we'll take a look at what's new in the spawn area. So you can see straight away different time of day. Now near the base they've also added a secondary ramp over here at the end point to easily allow the team to get back on the second floor if needed, rather than having to go all the way to the left hand side. Throughout the level we've got new ice blocks that have been scattered throughout for cover. So there's quite a lot of them even on the second floor as well over here. And this is for both sides, so I believe there's also a new one inside that cave over there. So they've removed also the bush in the center of the level and replaced them with 2 mountains of ice blocks as cover. This is probably the biggest update to the maps in the OB68 patch, where they've opened up a whole area up the top here to allow a third area for a firefight. So now teams can fight on all 3 routes on the level. And there are pillars up the top there to fight between.
And here the story begins, as the prime blood has been
So
spilled.
there's 4 pillars over there. And we've also got changes to alongside up the top here. This has been cleaned up, all bushes have been removed throughout the level. Lighting has been improved within that indoor area and also within the caves. KingKrazyKarl has also received a couple of changes, such as improvements to the collisions, for example the ruined jaguar head statue so that players no longer slide off it. They've removed some of the foliage as well scattered throughout the level to improve the clarity and improve performance on PC. So the time of day has also been changed to noon to separate it from the other similar levels, and several trees have also been removed around the cliff area. So there's also a rock here that can now be used as cover. So along the left hand side, a lot of the shrubs and foliage has been removed. Now they mentioned in the patch that you could actually fly up there as a vantage point, but I believe that has also been removed for the live version. The areas surrounding the control point have had a update in terms of foliage, so a lot of the foliage around here has been cleaned up to improve the clarity.
Four, three, two, one.
Also, just in front of the spawn, there's a new platform that has been added here to provide cover for players at the end point, and to also prevent snipers from being able to snipe players that have just come out of spawn. Next up, we've also got changes to Timbermill, so they've added these boxes here, and they've removed the path on the bottom left, which allowed players to get in through this tiny indoor area towards the back. So you can see both of these doors have now been closed. So on the top floors around the level, they've added additional boxes and they've added walls as well, which have been erected to provide cover for snipers. So this is because all levels are pretty much symmetrical, this is the same for both sides of the map. So you can see here, the snipers now have all of these walls to provide cover. And that's the same for the other side as well. So flank routes have also been removed, which has become quite an issue because now flanks have to come through the center area. So you can see the bushes have also been removed on both sides. So the bush that was previously there and also on their side over here. So if you go to this area here through the indoor path, you'll actually notice that the path has been blocked off on the right. So they've added all these boxes to cover that up. So flanks no longer have the side path to get around. And so these two doors have also been closed off. Lastly, we have Jaguar Falls. So this one's basically a cleanup of foliage and trees throughout the level. So you can see this area over here is a lot cleaner now to allow you to push enemies off.
They're taking it.
They've improved some of the areas around here as well. Within the cave it's a little bit clearer, the lighting. Not too much difference on this level.
I've never looked better.
So I believe some of the trees have also been removed around the edges of the map. It's generally a cleanup throughout the map of the foliage. Okay, so if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like it, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video.